Welcome to this week's team call. We are going to go over value and investment. It was requested actually by Rebecca, but I am recording this team call for everyone who hasn't been able to make it this week. But a couple of things first, I have some announcements. Team Cup is starting on February 1st, and if you're not very familiar with what Team Cup is, basically it's a team of 5 people. And you have one team captain, and you're all trying to help as many people as possible in the whole month of February. And by helping those people with challenge packs or Shakeology, you get points for your team and you earn prizes. And there's different tiers of prizes. I posted it in the group earlier this week. If you are not on a team cup and you would like, let me know and we will find you a team. But other than that, then there's also Punta Cana. For the Dominican Republic for the Success Club trip in 2017. And you can earn that whole trip paid for. You can get on the wait list. The tickets have already sold out. I'm on the wait list, but I will have, my trip paid for, because anytime you get Success Club points, as long as you hit Success Club 5 or 10, you're getting $10 per Success Club point. That was a lot. Like say I hit Success Club 10, then I'm getting $100 off of my ticket to go for my room. And basically I just have to pay to get there, and that's it. So if you want to be on the wait list, I highly suggest if you get on the wait list and then you get off of the wait list and they send you an email and you decide you can't go, that's okay. But you want to be on the wait list as soon as you can. Only because last year I got on the wait list way late, and I ended up being like number 7,000 on the wait list. I was like, yeah, that's never gonna happen. So you want to get on it now, and then you can change your mind later if you decide you don't want to go. But the same with Coach Summit. Now, if you're a new coach, you can earn a free ticket to Coach Summit. That's just hitting Success Club 5 in your first 3 months as a coach. February, if you just got started, it would be February, March, and April hitting Success Club 5. Tickets are usually $300, but you can get a free one. Or if you don't hit Success Club 5 in those 3 months, then you can get $100 off of your ticket. You'll be receiving a booklet with your package in the mail when you get it, and there should be a coupon code in the back of that you'll enter in to get $100 off. But other than that, you want to get on the wait list for that as well. So I will post the links in there for that. And then the other thing is Super Saturdays. Now, Super Saturdays are quarterly, and they're all over the US and Canada and even in Korea and things like that. It just depends on who hosts them. Usually top coaches will host them. Coaches from any area, you have to be at least an Emerald to host one in your area. Most of them are within, maybe 3 hours or less of a drive for you. I know the last one I went to earlier this month was in Dallas, which was about 3 hours for me, but it was well worth it. So the next one will be in April. It'll be on April 9th, and they'll have listings of where all these places will be held. Some of them are like $5 or $10 for a ticket to go, but you get to meet other coaches that are in your area, which is awesome. So you get to network with all these coaches, you get to hear other stories, you get to hear about the new releases and all the fun updates. So it's really fun to go, because then you can see all the coaches that are from your area. And Rocket Nation has a bunch of people from all over the US too, so you'll get to meet them as well. So other than that, there is almost 25 people on the Fab&Fit team, which I am so excited about. So many. But I am looking forward to this year and growing. My goal is 500 by the end of the year. No pressure. I'm just kidding. But other than that, that was all for announcements. So what I really want to talk about on this call is value and investment. So coming into this, you're like, you found value in it in some way, whether that was, I'm going to earn an income, or I am going to get really healthy, or I'm going to get fit and reach my goals. Whatever the reason is not a bad reason. And that value that you find in it, that is also what other people are going to see. So a lot of the times you may come across people that don't understand the value in it for them, and it's because sometimes you can't connect with them on a more personal level like that. So when you're sharing this with people, or when you're posting, or when you're messaging someone, sharing the value and what it's done for you, because like attracts like. So whoever you're talking to and they have some kind of similarity to you, whether that's, oh, they struggled with eating, or, they are fatigued all the time, which was me, different things like that, they're going to connect with you on that level because they have some kind of similarity with you. Or maybe it's just they have a dog or whatever. It could be anything, really. So, but I want you to think about why it's important to you, and that's what you want to share. But other than that, let's see. And then think about like how you signed up. Some people, they sign up right away, they get it, they're like, oh, I'm on that. Like, I want to do that. Other people, it takes them a while because they don't see the value in it themselves, or they're very hesitant because they're like, I don't know. And, I was one of those people for a whole stinking year. I had insanity, and I just, I did my own thing. I was like, I had my coach, and she was there for me whenever, but I was just like, I'm doing good, whatever. But it came to a point where it was like, oh, I'm not getting the results as fast as I would like, and I'm not being consistent. So I ended up falling off, coming back on, falling off, and just yo-yoing with my weight and how healthy I was. So that was a lot of the reason I got started, because it was the accountability factor for me, and then the income. So when you valued it enough to start, to help others do the same. So when you're talking to people and you know why they want to do this, their goals. So if you're talking to someone and they're like, oh, I want to lose X amount of pounds, I want to lose 25 pounds, that's why they are looking at this, because they have a need and you're trying to help them achieve that. And that's what they find value in. Or maybe they struggle with what to eat, how much to eat, or they don't feel happy within themselves and their skin. But other than that, when people find the value in it, there's not a price tag that they wouldn't pay. There are so many other things out there that they could start with, or, that also works as well, but they buy into you because you're going to be there to support them and keep them accountable. And they're going to connect with you. They can't just go, you're much cheaper than a personal trainer, just saying, and you don't have to be certified. But they buy into you first. And if they connect with you on a personal level, then, they're not going to matter what that price tag is. And a lot of people, they get scared, to share the price of a challenge pack. Because they're like, oh, that's so much money. And I was one of those people, I was so shy, and I was like, oh my God, this person's going to say no. Like, so you're going to be like, oh, that's too much money. And you have some people like that, but when they see the value in it themselves, they're not going to care about how much that challenge pack is when they know it's going to help them. So it's like building that confidence in them. But when you're sharing the value with someone, going back to that, share how it's helping you, how it's changing you inside out, your life, and how Shakeology makes you feel. And, maybe you haven't tried Shakeology. You can always share a story from someone else, or you can share transformation stories from anyone on the team, including myself, until you have your own. You don't have to just share your own, and a lot of people kind of forget that. They'll just share their own, and then people are like, well, I've already seen this already. So eventually you have to share other people's anyways, because they want to know that it works for, different people, not just you. So they buy into you first. So basically they are attracted to you in some kind of way because they know, lately I've been getting, oh, you're just so positive, or, whatever it may be. Or, I just love how you smile all the time, or things like that. So people are attracted to you in some kind of way because you have something that they don't and that they wish to have. And then as you build a relationship with them, you're building that trust with them with that interaction, whether you're commenting on a post of theirs or you're messaging them, or, you're liking their stuff and they're liking your stuff back because most of us build through Facebook. But after that trust is built, you have a new relationship made. And I can't tell you how many people I've built relationships with that I never would have had I not been a coach, or reconnected with a lot of people that I haven't talked to in a long time. So when you're starting, I highly suggest, just starting with the people that just connecting with them, or people that you went to school with, whether that was high school or college, whatever it may be. I find that that's easier, just, hey girl, it's been forever. How long, or how have you been? So things like that. But so what we do as coaches is not complicated, and I hope I'm not making this more complicated for anyone, but it's not complicated. Basically, as a coach, you're just sharing your life, sharing your journey through posting, 3 to 5 times a day. And it doesn't all have to be about Beachbody. It can be anything. It could be your dog. It could be, I like, your favorite hobby. I like crafts. So sometimes periodically I'll post about crafting, or, I like food, so I'll post about food, just different things. That it can be anything, because whatever you're sharing is what people are going to be attracted to. And basically also we're just giving real reviews of the products that we use, how it's helping us. So like, Shakeology, the energy or weight loss, the 21-day fix, the containers, or maybe it's the workouts, and, it doesn't feel like a workout, or maybe it just goes by so quick, you're like enjoying it, or whatever it may be. And then you're just having a positive influence on other people's lives, which there's not enough of. There's so many negative people, and I've even had to unfriend these people because I'm like, you're just not on the same level. So, but you're helping others achieve their goals, and that's the bottom line. We just help other people, whatever their needs are. But other than that, I think that was it. We give each other support and accountability in every aspect. Whether you're on the coach team or you're a customer, you have that support, which you can't, you don't get a lot of from anywhere else. You can buy a program like I did. I just bought it off of the internet, and I was just like, okay, insanity. But I didn't have that support, and that's what a lot of people need to get through their journey, because how many times do you start and quit something? So but other than that, it's just sharing the value, sharing what it's done for you, your journey, and that's going to connect with so many people on a more personal level. And that was it. Do you guys have any questions?
Very well done. Very well done.
Nope.
All right. Let me stop recording.